Alright guys, Captain Kuba here, and I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but we have another God of War leak to go over. A couple of days ago, we got a pretty big leak about the Blue Point game, a cancelled live service God of War game. We got some cool screenshots that was gonna take place in Greece. You can check out my video by clicking somewhere here. But today we gotta talk about something that I don't think it's nearly as exciting, but it's still somewhat interesting. About 2 days ago, someone made a Reddit post about the official God of War 2018 script. Apparently it has leaked. I'm gonna read for you what the Reddit poster says. He says, this is the official game script for God of War 2018 that was written by Santa Monica and submitted to WGA Award 2019. It was leaked in November 2024 by former WGA council member Tianjun Wu on his Scribd account. So this is like an award ceremony I'm not really familiar with. I think they're the people who had this strike actually. But they were doing the awards for that year, the previous year, and God of War's script was submitted to it, and that's how we have it. One of the council members in the WGA has leaked it, right? And that's how we've come to have it. And I've checked it out. It's pretty interesting. There are some things there that are I'm trying to contain my excitement because we can, I guess, deduce certain things. And of course, I'm talking about, of course, the Jormungandr translations and the whole Who Blew the Horn situation. I'm gonna leave all of these links in the video for you. You can click it and read it for yourself. Once you do that, you'll probably know what I'm going to say, but I do want to dedicate a video for that in the coming days. I'm not going to take too long with this video, but I do want to make a video talking about those things. But I guess just like to whet your appetite, I do want to point out a couple of things, two things specifically, and that is when Kratos and Atreus meet the ogre, encounter the ogre as they're going up the mountain, we know what he says. And I believe someone has said before that we already know what the ogre said, but just in case we didn't know, I don't remember exactly where people got this information. Just in case we didn't know, now we know. And in this script, it says that what the ogre says is, "You smell like a god. Turn back now." Yay! you know you're in a God of War nerdy fan when we freak out about stuff like this. But there is one other thing that's more interesting. It's about the Dark Elf King. And I have to kind of explain why I think this is a big deal. You guys remember in God of War 2018 how, we go through Alfheim, and then right before exiting it, we have to fight the Dark Elf King, Svartalfjordr, right? So when he dies in the game, he speaks in his Elvish tongue. And we have no idea what he says. We can only rely on what Atreus tells Kratos that he said, right? And in the game, Atreus only says, "Oh no," he says that we have made a grave mistake.
What did it say?
That we made a grave mistake.
So that's what we have in the game, right? Now, a couple of months after God of War 2018 released, we get the God of War 2018 novel. And in the novel, what Svartalfjordr was saying was expanded upon a little bit, that the Dark Elf King said, "You, grave mistake, oppressors will enslave all." So we get a little bit of a development, right? And I remember making videos about this and people telling me that we can't really consider this fully canon because this is the novel, these things are considered secondary canon, right? But I've always had the suspicion that a lot of the differences in the God of War 2018 novel, specifically the 2018 novel, are canon because the novel was written by Cory Barlog's dad, which I've always assumed that Cory Barlog helped him write it. It's his dad, so I'm assuming Cory Barlog was somehow involved. If it wasn't officially, at least unofficially involved. And now, thanks to the God of War 2018 script, we have evidence of this. Because in the God of War 2018 script, the one that just came out, we see that the same lines that made it into the God of War novel were originally part of the God of War 2018 game script. Because in the script it says, "You, grave mistakes, oppressors will enslave us all." The people who are more casual God of War fans are gonna be looking at me like, okay, who the hell cares? Like, why is this important? Again, this is only important because it serves to point out that the God of War 2018 novel, Cory Barlog was involved in it to some extent. And with that information, we can, I guess, deduce that a lot of other cooler and important changes that the novel makes, I'm not gonna say that they're canon, but I'm gonna say that Cory Barlog was behind them all. And of course, I would have to include the nightmare sequence that Kratos does at the beginning of the story, where, you know, he's being dragged to Midgard by wolves, right? So that's something that I'm willing to bet that Cory Barlog had a hand in it, just like this line of, "You grave mistake, oppressors will enslave us all." So you get what I'm saying? Like, with this script, we see that the stuff that are in the novel are probably created by Cory Barlog as well. Whether that's still canon, we don't know. But I don't know. It's exciting, right? I haven't read the whole script. I have not read the whole script. It's like 370 something pages, I believe. I only looked up at the most important parts. But again, I will talk about the whole Jormungandr translations thing, and also Who Blew the Horn. There are some interesting things there. I'm not gonna clickbait you and say that, oh my god, we finally know who blew the horn. We don't. But if you read it for yourself, you might probably be able to deduce what I'm going to deduce in the video. But it's interesting nonetheless, so I'll leave all of those links for you guys to read it if you guys want to. But if not, I will be talking about these things in a couple of days. So, of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, and just wait for more God of War videos. But that's gonna be it all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until then, remember, go forth in the name of Olympus.